What's the word? What's the word? Arts and Small Talk podcast, man. It's been a while. I ain't have nothing for the month of March, but I'm back, and I what I needed to do is kind of just revamp, kind of figure out a new way to do this show. So I'm gonna just start adding some new content. This content today is gonna be like a how-to segment. We're gonna be talking about dance auditions. All right, and I had this guy on before, but I wanted to get him back because he's like one of my inspirations. So I wanted to make sure that y'all get a good dose, heavy dose of his knowledge. Um, this guy's been on TV shows, music videos, concerts. I mean, you name it. You know what I'm saying? This dude been doing this thing for a while from St. Louis, pioneer from St. Louis, moved out to LA and has been still been doing this thing, man. Shout out to Jabari Odom. What's good, bro?
What my guy?
Yes,
What's up?
sir. You well qualified to talk about this, man. I'm gonna get straight into it, man. I'm gonna start off with how was your first dance audition experience? Can you remember? Do you remember your very first dance audition
First
experience?
audition in LA or just in general?
Uh, let's go with L.A. Let's go with L.A.
My first dance audition in LA was it's a good question. It was first audition. I got there in 2006. I remember my first job, but I didn't have to audition for it. It was for Jennifer Hudson for
Okay.
some show at the Disney. But my first audition, it probably was I want to say a Marion, bro.
Okay.
Honestly, I
Okay.
want to say it was that's something that came. He was
Was
about
it
to
that
do some show.
Entourage? Didn't you do Entourage?
Well, I was in that video, but I got direct booked for that. Well, no, I
Okay.
auditioned. No, that was my first audition. You're right. Yup, that was my, and I got it too. Yup, you're right. You sure right. The Entourage video, I auditioned for that for AJ, and yeah, that was a weird. It was a weird because they had booked too many guys, and
Oh, okay.
I kind of got put on the like extra list, but I
Extras.
still,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I still learned the choreography type shit and still did it with them. But like, yeah, that was a weird. That was dope though, because it was my first week in LA, bro. And like, me and John Silver went to high school together. So
Yeah.
just for me to hop the plane, only been in LA a few days, and go do my first job music video with my brother John Silver. That was crazy, bro. I'll never forget that day going to set, and it was nighttime, and everybody they all drinking Hennessy and stuff. I'm like, look at these guys. I was like, this is where it go. This is where how it go down. It was dope though.
That's what's up, man. And so I'm gonna start. Go ahead and start. I want you to start breaking down like what is some dues when you approaching a dance audition. If it's something I need to touch on, I see what you think about it. But
Yeah.
go ahead. What is like some tips of some dues that dancers need to do to approach a dance audition if they really want it?
Well, first of all, let's talk about what you need to have when you go to an audition first, because a lot
There
of
you go.
people are, especially if you don't know the choreographer, you never worked with him before. Maybe you taken his class, maybe you've done his choreography, or maybe you haven't. So there's a lot of different obstacles how you can approach an audition with those elements around you. But let's talk about your headshots and your resume
There you go.
and how you dress So when you go to auditions, no matter what it's for, dance, movie, whatever, you always want to have a photo shot. I mean, a headshot.
Headshot.
But
Yeah.
your headshot needs to have 4 pictures on it.
Okay.
That means like, say you got the square like. So one of the most important things before you even learn to dance is your headshot. So like you need to have 4 pictures on your headshot. So that means You need a main picture, which is probably, and you can switch up your headshots too. You can have one main picture with three. You need three different photos on the side going down in a row.
Okay.
And then your name should be at the bottom. And you can switch up the headshots too. You maybe you want to put one of the pictures that's over on the side that's in the three bubble. Maybe you want to put that as your big main picture. You can switch it up, but you always want to have a headshot with 4 photos on it, not the one with the, one big
just
old picture on it. Yeah, not just a face or just a body pic or whatever. Then you got 3 more other pictures that's separate. You want to have one headshot with one main one, and then it's 3 going down the side.
Now, do those have to be different outfits on those pictures?
Yeah, okay. Different outfits. I always say, one should be commercial, meaning like just like from the chest up, just your face, and then the other 3 needs to be action shots. They could be you with different outfits on. You can, whatever your style is. You could be like, if you a b-boy, maybe you want to do a pose or something, or maybe if you flexible, you could do something. But you can make it regular as possible. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that don't really work always. What they really want to see is your look. So you want to make sure all your pictures are stuff that you would dress in as if you would go to an audition or if you was going to go on stage and perform. So that's how you don't want to just put on anything. And then when you come to the audition, you want to kind of dress like your headshots. It could be the same outfit even, you know what I mean? Like, or it could be something similar to one of those outfits that you put in your, that's the number one thing about an audition, because if the choreographer don't know you and never seen you, they're going to judge you off your look first.
Yes.
They might need somebody that's edgy, with wild hair. They might need somebody that's calm and just chill, somebody that looks like regular. You never know. So you want to have a different look in all your pictures. And you want to try to look like your pictures too. So that's very important.
Yeah, I had that down, that the look is important.
Yeah.
The look matters. So like I had went to one of the auditions I did for Roro when he was trying to do a Morion thing. I went in there. It was like my first time doing like that kind of audition, and I went in there just regular, just what I'm saying. And then I realized people like Silly and Doc, and they was all like decked out, looking good, and I know I killed it, but it was just like I didn't get selected. So I was thinking, damn, maybe I needed a better look. You know what I'm saying? Like.
It happens, bro. It happens to all that. That has happened to me plenty of times, bro. Especially my first couple of years in, bro. I would go just like I would wear what I would wear to class, bro. Sweatpants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I did. Yeah.
Because I knew I didn't like getting my clothes messed up. Like, I used to like to wear my stuff out. So I didn't realize till years later, like, oh, that's how you do. You want to go in there like you about to perform on stage, like you booked the job already.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you want to go in there, like. You want to go in there like you got the job already, but also you don't want to go in there. And this is what I'm gonna say this too. This is the mind frame you need to have when you go to an audition. This is what you need to think about.
Okay.
When you go to an audition, you don't think about, oh, I'm finna go kill this and I'm finna book this.
Okay.
You don't go in there with that mentality. You don't go in here like, oh, I'm finna book this. Oh, I'm finna kill this. I'm finna book it. That's not how you go in here. You're supposed to go in there with the mentality like, I'm going to kill this to the best of my ability, to the point where that choreographer going to notice me and he's going to see me. No matter if he picks me or not, he going to remember me. Because the object is for them to remember you.
Yeah. So if you don't get booked for this one, they might want you for something different. They
gonna remember you. Yeah, that's what workshops, that's what intensives and all of that is for. When you go to intensive, that's like a audition too, but you just learn it. But you got to stand out in those too, because guess what? When you kill it in those intensives, when you go to their audition, they gonna remember you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's very important. So you don't want to go in there thinking you're gonna book it. I have to book this job, or I need money for this job. No, you go in there like, I need to make an impression on this choreographer so he can use me for stuff, not only for this job, but he might want to put me in Carnival. He might want to put me in this IT post, or you know, it ain't about just booking the job. I know we all want to book the job, but this industry has really turned into relationships and who you know and how
yeah.
and who likes you. You know, you have to be liked. You know, you have to be liked. You can't just be a good dancer anymore. Like, you have to be liked. And when you go to these auditions, you know, you got to be friendly. You can't be. When I used to go to auditions, bro, I didn't talk to nobody. I wouldn't even talk to my friends, bro. Like, I'm not that type of guy that, you know, go to auditions. I see it all the time. People go to auditions, they learn the choreography, they talking to their friends the whole time. They stand by their friends, and they all want to learn it together. Once they learn the combo, they go off into a corner alone with their whole crew. They start picking like it's the NBA draft. Like, you, come here.
Right.
Let's go do this over in the corner. That's not how you do it, because for one, you're not probably going to even be in a group with them. And two, you don't want to depend on somebody else doing the choreography. What I used to do is I would learn the choreography. I would ignore everybody, because guys knew I would kill shit all the time. So people would come up to me like, hey, Jabari, can you help me with these steps? And I would either ignore them or like I'll pretend like I'm helping them, and then I'll walk away. Like, you don't have to be an a-hole about it, or, you know, but don't let people into your energy in these auditions. Don't let people be like trying to learn from you, or like,
yeah,
you don't have to be like, yo, leave me alone, or like, but just curve it. Like, you know, be nice about it, but, you know, it might help you though. It might help you if you help somebody with the choreo, because it might help you learn it better. But don't be those ones that go click up with your friends and all learn it together, and then you want to go in a group together. No, you go learn it on your own. Once you go learn the steps, you go hit a wall that's away from the mirror and go do it in front of that wall until it's your turn.
Word.
I didn't even watch. I used to not even watch the groups, bro. Like, I got so deep into it to where I used to like to watch the groups to see people kill it, but then I started getting distracted.
Yeah.
So I would go
get in
off
your head
into
or
a
something.
whole other room. Once I got my number and I know when I'm going, I'm locked into the wall somewhere by myself doing the choreography the whole time until they call my number. That's just how you go. A lot of people don't do that, bro, and they won't, because they think they supposed to do it with their homies so they can, you know, learn it with them, and they think they're going to go in a group. What if you got to go by yourself? What if you go with some people you never know? You know, what if you go with some people that don't know the dance that good? You have to be ready for that. So if you go do it all by yourself, you're not dependent on nobody. You know what I mean? And back to what I was saying about like if you don't know the choreographer or they don't know you, your presence has to be known. Like, yo, you have to make them look at you. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a group of 5, group of 3,
you have to stand out.
I say if they put you in 2 lines and they give you 2 tries, stand in the back first on the first one.
Okay.
Pick your spot.
That's a good tip right there.
Because when they do it the second time, they're gonna switch lines, and that means you get to come to the front. So you really got to show off the second time. So that first one, always stand in the back, either off in the middle or, you know, pick a side. My favorite is the left side. I never was a middle person.
Okay.
Like, I'll do the middle if I know I was with some weak performers. But like, if I was with some hitters or something, I like to be on the end, because I don't know, it's just something about that. I feel like I'm with an artist. So you learn your spots, learn where you like to stand in the auditions too. I used to always go to the front. When you learn in the combo, try to get in the front.
Yeah, so you can catch everything, all the details.
Yeah, I used to be the tallest one, and I'm still in the front. They would switch lines, and I'd be mad, have to go to the back, and then I'd make my way back in the front. And when you are in the back, you know, you could always look at somebody that you do know, though, that you know that's going to kill it. If you can't see or something, you know, use that person. Just look at them and be like, oh, that's that step. But try to still look at the choreographer. But, like,
for sure,
it's always somebody you know that's going to kill it. And you can really get a vibe off of them. But just don't depend on them. You know what I mean? Don't ever depend on them to, you know, to make you do a good job. You got to be confident, bro. Like,
confident.
this is a very it's very, it'll make
A
anybody
lot of
nervous.
competition. Yes, it's very competitive. Very competitive. I had a question to ask you. I had my own assumption on it, but I want to hear it from you. How important is it to know how to freestyle when you approach these auditions?
Very important. It's one of the most important. That's how you get booked, honestly. Honestly, to keep it real with you, if you don't know the choreographer and that choreographer don't know you, that's how you get the job.
That's how you get to know. Yeah,
that's how you get the job, because you can learn the steps in the 8-hour rehearsal. Like, if you mess up a little bit, that's cool. But when that music cut on and you start grooving, I used to always groove. I never would go full out freestyling.
Okay.
When the music come on, I just give them some swag, like, and I'll look at them and, like, sometimes I even go up to the desk and do something and slide back into my spot. Nothing too much, some people like to go balls to the wall, but that's on them. But me, once that 5, 6, 7, 8 come, you got to be ready. But when that choreography over though, I'm hitting flips. I'm standing on.
Right. So about facial expressions, is that really important as well? Facial expressions, is that important as well?
Very important. You gotta perform. And they killing the choreo, but I ain't got no facial expression, no emotion. They just clean, just looking. Yeah. You have to perform. You have to perform, and that's something that I always had a gift with. And people that tell you from St. Louis, like Jabari, well, my gifts were always freestyling, performing, and like my levels, because I was tall, so people know me from being able to dance with the short guys, and I can perform with my
face,
my face. Yeah, it ain't just about me hitting the steps. I can actually. I used to try to when I was on tours and stuff, like, my goal was to get on stage and whatever side that I was on, I would have that whole side looking at me. Whoa. They wouldn't even be looking at the artist. I don't care if it's 2 people. I ain't saying like the whole side was looking at me, but if I can get 2 to 3 to 10 people on that side looking at me, whether it's from the front to where the farthest I can see, I'm pointing at people. I'm doing the steps, but I'm doing it to them like I'm talking to them. So like they notice that stuff, bro. Like they really do. So that was always my thing, bro. Like, especially when I would be with somebody like Genuine or somebody, or like an R&B singer, somebody that be having people screaming for them. That would be my job. And I got that from Mac Daddy, honestly. If y'all know who Mac Daddy is from St. Louis, he's one of the best performers that I've ever seen in my life. Him and Cliff McGee, if you know Cliff from St. Louis, he's danced with everybody.
Yep, he did.
They will take the eyes off of Michael Jackson. And I'm not over-exaggerating, bro. I'm not over-exaggerating. I don't know if you ever seen them get down live, or if you've seen them do just in their element, bro. Like, I've cried watching them, bro. I ain't gonna even cap, bro. Like, we got some hitters from where we from, bro.
Yeah,
like,
we do. We most definitely do, bro. I actually heard a interview from Omarion, and he bigged up Cliff and Roro, like big. He bigged them up so good. Woo. And he bigged up St. Louis for real, because he know there was a lot of talent coming from here.
He had us this whole career. Even when he was with B2K, he's always been around St. Louis dancers. He even tried to look like, he wanted to look like John Silver and Roro. Like, those braids and stuff came from them. You know what I'm saying? When Omarion was with B2K, they was little kids, man.
Yeah, it was.
They had Roro and John Silver. They even had Craig Holloman from St. Louis. They had braids. We had braids. We moved out to LA with braids. So like they got that from us. Like Omarion whole swag is Roro. Like he was
Yeah. He definitely looked up to Roro.
his style and everything is all roll. And, you know, I wish they were still working together, but you know how that goes. But yeah, man, like, yeah, they definitely planted that seed in them.
That's what's up, man. So let's go ahead and break it down. So you started off with the look. Make sure you come up with make sure you come with your resume. Make sure you come with your headshot. Make sure you got 4 pictures with that headshot, not just the headshot. Their look is important. Make sure we dressing the way we need to, like look like you about to perform. You go to an audition, look like you about to perform. If you want to throw some shades on, throw the damn shades on, and do your audition with that. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, you know, stay to yourself. Like don't try to be so buddy at the auditions. Like, you know, like find your own lane. You know what I'm saying? And stay in your zone. That way you're not getting distracted. And then most importantly, you got to stand out. So your whole approach going to the auditions is not to look at like you about to go kill it, you about to book it, but also look at it as I need to make an impression for the future. So especially if the choreographer don't know you, you know. So with that being said, man, any closing remarks, man? I really appreciate you joining me again, bro, because I know this is important for dancers when they approach these auditions. Any closing remarks?
I want to explain why you, like what you just said last, when you go to these auditions and you want to, this is why you don't want to go in there and thinking you're going to book it and, oh, I'm finna kill it and I'm finna book it. The reason why you don't want to go in there and thinking that, the only reason why you don't want to go in there and think that is because if you keep going in there thinking that and you don't get it, you're going to think it's you. You're going to think you can't, you're going to get discouraged. You're going to think you can't dance. You're going to think, and that's just you not knowing the business. You're not going to get the job just because you're a dope dancer. Like I said, if the choreographer don't know you, this is a homework assignment for you. You know, like if you pass, then great. You get a good grade that week. Next time I see you, I'm gonna test you again until I'm ready to work. Until, you know, they might not. You know, sometimes you might get booked. You know, you if it's a room full of people that person don't know. Like if a person come to St. Louis and he don't know nobody, your chances are very great to book it because he don't know nobody. He looking for talent. But in LA it's different. LA is a whole different ball game. So I'm speaking on LA terms.
Yeah,
if you in St. Louis, still don't go into that mentality because you still might not get it. It's gonna be a whole bunch of y'all there. You know what I'm saying? So all you can really do is do your best and get that person to know who you are and go up to him afterwards and tell him, you know, thank you. You know, thank you for this. I really want to work with you one day. You can't, that's how they remember you. You know, you can't go in there, don't say nothing to them, and then be shy, and then you leave, and then you don't get it, and you feeling butthurt about it. Like, you can't, that ain't how the game go. And especially in LA gonna eat you. LA will eat you alive. So LA is all your auditions is just practice. This is practice. Use that auditions as practice to be a better performer and to get to know these choreographers. That's it. Don't go in there to get booked. Go in there to learn something and get this person to book you later. Like get them to want to book you. Get them to want to book you. Don't get them to book you. Get them to want to book you.
Well, that's game right there. That's game right there. Well, I appreciate you, bro. You have safe travels, man, wherever you're going, man. And thanks for feeding some knowledge to these fans on Arts and Small Talk podcast, man. Really appreciate you, bro. How can they follow you, bro?
And you too, man. I appreciate what you're doing. And you know, we've been rocking almost 10 years, and you still solid. And I like this, what you're doing with the kids and everything. Y'all can follow me, STL Jabari on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, keep doing it, bro. Keep on doing it, man. Anytime you need me, hit me up.
For sure, bro. Appreciate you. One love, man. That's the Arts and Small Talk podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube, Spotify. You got the Apple Podcast app, man. You can even hit Alexa up and ask her to hit up Arts and Small Talk podcast. She'll still pop it up. So with that being said, that's it. Episode 41. Episode 41 of Arts Small Talk podcast. We out. Peace.